30 million cars in France. In this ending 20th century, in most of our larger cities, the air pollution reaches, particularly when weather conditions are unfavorable and during rush hour, an intolerable level due to the accumulation of heavy exhaust fumes such as carbon monoxide. Principally responsible for this urban pollution are cars and, of course, all utilitarian vehicles, being the origin for considerable quantities of toxic exhaust fumes such as 40% of carbon gas, 50% of carbon monoxide, 60% of hydrocarbon, 70% of nitrogen oxide. Men, nature and even urban monuments are victims of this pollution, responsible also for the greenhouse effect, the destruction of the ozone layer, acid rains. Due to the proportion of these problems, measures have been taken on a global scale. Unleaded fuel, catalytic exhaust pipes, a remarkable solution, unfortunately reserved to more recent vehicles. Is it possible to reduce in a large proportion toxic emanations of some 30 million vehicles which are non-equipable with catalytic pipes by treating them with a reference and cost-effective technology? Such is the problem. Guy Biraud, a French scientist whose family is known for many scientific discoveries, has tried to deal with it.
La difficulté consistait à les rendre miscibles.
The difficulty consisted in rendering them miscible and not soluble in order to keep the quality of the oil.
J'ai donc mis au point une méthodologie physico-chimique.
I have invented a chemical physical method allowing to hydrolyze them without the use of solvents, and that is what I have been patented.
Les huiles, à ce moment, ne deviennent simplement que des vecteurs des particules de résine.
The oil is therefore used as vector for these resins and will come as deposit on the hot parts of the engine. Once these resins are settled, they will form a remnant film of great resistance to all frictions, and this will reduce the coefficient of friction on all the moving parts.
Considérablement les coefficients de frottement des parties en mouvement.
The A9 technology has an interest for all cars, but also for industrial companies, construction companies, the Navy, the aviation, engine groups such as compressors, reductors, power pressure machines, generating sets, and generally speaking, any moving metal instrument. It is the first anti-pollution technology which reduces fuel and oil consumption. It can be applied to all thermic internal combustion engines, either petrol or diesel. Whatever type, age, mileage or sophistication of an engine, the A9 technology brings. For petrol motors, the reduction of carbon monoxide rejection at idle is 75% and of 20 to 30% in city traffic. For diesel engines, the fumes rejected when accelerating are reduced by 40%. Anti-wear-off. The protection film created by A9 technology ensures permanent lubrication, prevents from brutal metal-on-metal friction at ignition, responsible for 70% of the engine's wear-off, whose life is therefore prolonged. Consumption. Reduction of fuel consumption by 5 to 10% in city traffic and of oil topping up by 70 to 100%. Performances and driving comfort. The compression level is enforced and well balanced, which brings gain in power and flexibility. To ensure its production, Technologie A9 SA has chosen a partnership with a long-time settled factory in the north of France. With 13,000 square meters, our structure has at its disposal a research-orientated laboratory which also controls the quality of the goods produced, 6 automatic and semi-automatic packaging lines for containers reading from 250 milliliters to 20 liters, as well as 45-man motivated team capable of ensuring a production of 18 to 30,000 containers per hour. Thus, the entire France and export demand can be satisfied in a 3 to 4 day delay. 26eng-1st has deliberately chosen the consumer's side in enhancing figures issued only from official laboratory tests since 1990. On the one hand, INRET's tests conducted by the Air Quality Agency, sister agency to the Ministry for Environment.
L'Institut national de recherche sur les transports et leur sécurité a pour vocation
The National Institute of Research for Transport and their Security has mission to study all the means of transport, of security, of energy, of noise harmfulness and ergonomy. Therefore, the laboratory has to study the emission of pollution, of sound and consumption of vehicles. At the demand of 26eng-1st and the Air Quality Agency, we have proceeded to a certain number of tests. These procedures have been carried out by Mr. Joumard, and the technical realization has been supervised under the technical and scientific responsibility of Mr. Vidon. A certain number of results have been obtained through extremely complicated methods, but well controlled using road simulators, a system of pollution sampling, and also middles to analyze these to the correct standard. We have measured the rejection of carbon dioxide, hydrocarbons, of carbon monoxide, and of course the consumption and the rejection of heavy carbon monoxide. Thanks to the products proposed by 26eng-1st, the results are extremely satisfactory. They allow, among other things, to reduce considerably the rejection of carbon monoxide at idle, and we know that it is in the cities that vehicles reject most carbon monoxide and where it is most inconvenient. The reductions are very spectacular as well after 2,000 kilometers as after 10,000 kilometers by using this product. The consumption is also reduced in a very satisfactory proportion in town as well as on the road. We can say that thanks to the tests on the road simulators under well-balanced European methods and control, we obtained excellent results, and we can say that the performance of the proposed products is real and fulfills completely what was announced by 26eng-1st. On the other hand, UTAC tests conducted by the French Agency for Energy Control. Furthermore, road and city tests have been done by users such as administrations, public transportation, taxi, and so on. All are unanimous. A9 technology issued products reduce pollution, improve performances, and reduce consumption. To answer the needs of both consumers and market necessity, two main products. Lubeco, the first green oil in the world in 2 to 5 liters jerry cans, specially for either petrol or diesel engines. Performances are obtained after the first 1,000 kilometers and are maintained until the next oil change. Motoreco, the first anti-pollution and anti-wear-off long-term motor treatment maintaining its performances over 50,000 kilometers while still allowing its users to keep their ordinary oil. Finally, Motoreco for trucks with performances maintained over 100,000 kilometers. Last but not least, Lubeco and Motoreco's price is largely reimbursed by the fuel and oil consumption's reduction. Better yet, you save. Nowadays, all engines can pollute less and run better. Lubeco and Motoreco, the two products which protect car and nature.